I need you to forget everything that mom told you, like putting butter on a burn or sucking out that snake bite. They're nothing more than old wives' tales when it comes to treating summertime trauma. And this is the season, of course, for tick bites and bee stings. Rod Brouhard is a paramedic in Modesto, California, also a first aid guide for About.com. You have seen it all. So tell me, what is the most common misconception?
I think the most common misconception is scraping off a bee stinger. Even in first aid classes, it's still taught pretty regularly that you need to scrape the bee stinger off. When a bee stings you, it leaves behind the stinger in a little pouch full of venom. And the common myth was you have to scrape that off rather than grab it and pull it, because if you pinch it, you'll squeeze all the venom in, and that's just not true. The important thing is to get that bee stinger out of there as fast as you can, because the longer it stays in your arm or your neck or your head or wherever it stung you, the longer it stays in there, the more venom gets in and the bigger the reaction. So you digging into your wallet to get your credit card out is just not gonna help you. Just grab it, pull it out, and get rid of it.
I had certainly heard that one, Rod, so thanks for clearing that up. Let me ask you about sunburn, because that's huge. You know, it's just the beginning of the summer season. A lot of people are going to get burned. Butter on a burn? This one I had not heard of.
Butter on a burn. This is common from the grandmas of our time would tell us to put butter on burns or oil. If it got burned in the kitchen, they would say put a little butter on it. That'll make it feel better. If you got a sunburn, they'd say put a little baby oil on it to make it feel better. And in reality, anything oil-based like that will actually make the burn worse and make it deeper over time. So the best bet for burns is to a little cool water to make it feel better, a little over-the-counter pain medication. If you insist on putting something on it, it needs to be water-soluble. Aloe works, that sort of thing. Burns can be dangerous, and it's really important to be able to recognize the really dangerous ones. Stuff like that, you can go like onto firstaid.about.com, the website, and look up how to determine if your burn is dangerous enough to be going to the hospital.
All right. Well, I'm going to keep the butter in the fridge then for the toast.
Keep the butter in the fridge. It only feels good for a minute.
Let me ask you, this is my biggest fear. I have to tell you, I do a lot of hiking, snakes and the snake bite. What do you do? Snake
bites. You know, for years we found snake bite kits all over. You'd find them in the drugstore, you'd find them in the camping store, and now it's gotten out there a little bit. But bottom line is, we were always taught cut into the snake bite and suck out the poison. And really all that's going to do is create a much bigger mess. And there's a good possibility.
An infection?
Yeah, you're going to make an infection. You're going to possibly even envenomate the person that's trying to rescue the victim. Using some of those little snake bite kits you could get at the drugstore, the worst case scenario, they come with these little syringes to pull out the snake venom, and it just doesn't sit under the skin like that.
Okay.
So you want to keep it lower than heart level, and get to some help, because the only thing that helps a snake bite is the anti-venom.
All right,
and that is only available at the hospital.
And anyone who thinks that snake video was cute, email me, jamie@foxnews.com. Let me know why. I just don't get it. They scare me so much. And finally, quickly, ticks. You know, this is tick season as well. You have to pull out the whole stinger, right? That's the key?
You got to get the whole tick out of there. Don't leave the head behind. Yeah, and there are a lot of myths out there about smothering a tick, trying to get it to back out on its own, holding a hot match to it. All of these are a bad idea. Even smothering a tick, which will often get them to back out, they unfortunately excrete body fluids, and ticks carry a lot of bacteria. Of course, we know that Lyme disease and Rocky Mountain spotted fever are some of the worst.
Well, we've
there are
now
a lot more bacteria that carry.
I'm sorry, I have a hard break, as you understand, but it's so great to have these tips. We can now enjoy the summer and relax. Thanks so much. Good to see you, Rod Brouhard.
Thank you for having me.
A speeding car plowing through